Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the brothers and hopefully elect out there pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Okay. I don't have a particular title for this video, but I just saw the title of this article and just wanted to bring it out. So I'm gonna just go through it and let the spirit lead. This article says Biden aims for 100 million Maxinations in first 100 days. So you got 100 million vaccinations in the first 100 days. All right. President-elect Joe Biden on Tuesday laid out 3 goals for the first 100 days of his administration's Crown Royal 19's response, getting 100 million people vaccinated against the virus, requiring masks where he has authority to, and getting kids back to school. And that was another thing he did say, that he wanted to enforce that mask mandate for the first 100 years of his so like 100 years, first 100 days of his presidency. Also, that was something else he said. Okay. Biden laid out his plan while introducing nominees and appointees who will make a key role in his administration's response to the pandemic. I'm absolutely convinced that in 100 days, we can change the course of this disease and change life in America for the better, Biden said from Wilmington, Delaware, where he was joined by some of his appointees. Biden discussed the path ahead in terms of distributing a Crown Royal 19 vaccine potion, urging Congress to provide more resources to help vaccinate 100 million people by late April. So they dang near want to have most of the population of America, Babylon the Great, vaccinated by April, by spring. Okay. State and local governments have warned they do not have enough funding needed to run mass vaccination campaigns once a vaccine is widely available. Developing a and hold on. I just thought about that. Why do you need to run a mass vaccination campaign? Everybody knows about the vaccine. Everybody knows about Crown Royal 19. There's nothing to really campaign about. Most people have been affected by Crown Royal 19. Okay, so it's like, what's the point of that? That's why I'm saying they are really trying to push that vaccine on everyone. It says developing a vaccine is only one Herculean task. Distributing a vaccine is another Herculean task. He said, we need Congress to finish the bipartisan work underway now, or else millions of Americans will wait months longer for the vaccine. The Trump administration has said the U.S. is on track to vaccinate the country's entire population of about 330 million by the middle of next year. It has not provided monthly estimates. The president-elect also used the event to urge people to wear a mask, reiterating his request that Americans wear a facial covering for at least 100 days to slow the spread of the disease. This goes beyond government action. So, as a new president, I'm going to speak directly to the American people and say what I'm saying now. We need your help. Wear masks for just 100 days, he said. Well, just long enough. We got stuff we still working on that we trying to bring down the pipe. Just hold off that long, and we got you. That's what he's really saying. All right. Biden said he will require masks in federal buildings and on planes, trains, and buses for interstate travel. He also discussed the importance of resuming in-person classes for children, calling it a national priority to get our kids back into school and keep them in school. School districts across the country have been moving to online education as Crown Royal 19 cases soar. But experts warn schools are not large sources of viruses spread and students are falling behind in their learning. Biden said he consulted Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease expert. They have to say that every time they mention his name, on his administration's response team. My first 100 days won't end with the Crown Royal 19 virus. I can't promise that, Biden said, but we do not get this mess quickly. We did not get in this mess quickly. We're not going to get out of it quickly. Biden described his team of nominees and appointees as world-class experts, defined by a deep sense of honor, duty, and patriotism, who will help the U.S. get a handle on Crown Royal 19 as quickly as possible. See how deceitful Esau is? But most of the people gonna believe the bullshit. Okay? That's all I'm gonna get on. That's all I'm gonna get on this article here. But I brought this out to don't be fooled by these Maxinations. Don't be fooled into taking it just so you can continue here in Babylon the Great and live somewhat normal life, because once again, it's not normal wearing masks all day. It's not normal trying to vaccinate the entire population, the entire global population. It's not normal to be considered herd, which is cattle, which is a group of cattle, okay? That's why they want to achieve herd immunity, as they say, okay? All right, so wake up. Don't sit here and just shrug this stuff off and listen to what's going on. Like, really research, really look into this stuff. We got to turn back to our power. How about Shem Hawashai? Okay? Let me get a couple scriptures. This is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right? Why? We put off the ways of Babylon the Great, put off our desires here, because we understand that this will not last for very long. This will be burned up. The elements shall be melted with fervent heat. Okay? Everything you see here is going to be burned up very quickly. So do not settle in here. Okay? This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees. Okay? Do not be settled on your lees, because we have no continuous city. Okay? This is going to be burnt up. This will not be here. Don't settle in here. Don't take Maxine out on a date just so you can continue here. Don't do that. And punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Most High will not do good, neither will he do evil. Basically, you're saying, that's going to happen, we probably got another 50 to 100 more years before anything, happens. Meaning he's not going to do anything good. He's not going to get us out of here, and he's not going to bring the destruction. Don't get caught settled on your lees, because you're going to be punished. Okay? This is where our mind should be in the heavens. Our heart should be constantly in the heavens, preparing for what's to come and preparing for the kingdom to come. Okay? This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures up on earth. Don't be settled on your lees. Don't continue in this city. Flee ye out of Babylon the Great. Flee ye out of that particular mindset. Okay? You get ready, because you're going to come to a point where you're going to lose. You're going to lose everything. Okay? Will you be prepared spiritually and mentally to take that on? Okay? Once carnality runs out, what you have left to tap into if you hadn't been feeding the spirit? Because you got to be able to tap into the spirit. And that's what this work that we're doing here is for, to build up those spiritual treasures. Okay? Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21, check this out. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And the heart goes back to the Hebrew word la'ab, meaning your mind, your focus. What are you focused on? Are you focused on this world and this kingdom and the things that's going on? Or is your mind in the heavens, focusing on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Where are you focused at? Okay? Because if you make this kingdom, if you make the things of this world your treasures, you're going to be burnt up with them. But you set your treasures in the heavens, keep your mind focused on the heavens, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, your treasures will maintain. They will always be there. Okay? For where your treasure is, there will your heart be. There will your mind be. All right? All right. Hope you edified. Shalom.